Tina Delgado was alive, alive. Just coming on for a few minutes, guys. This is probably the last time we're going to see the mantle this way. Easter Sunday. I'll be taking down, and now I'm trying to figure out what I should put where the carrots are. And I'm trying to figure out what I should put where the carrot patch is, because I kind of like that kind of vibe. So, howdy do, neighbor. Hi, Robin. I'm thinking to put lemons and maybe some big flowers where the carrots are. Got to put something. Hi, Tammy McD. How are you? Hi, Captain Lee fan. I was just sitting here thinking this is probably the last time we're going to be sitting here when we talk looking at the mantle. I know, aren't those cute? I'm going to do some for every holiday. I think they're so cute. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, now I could leave all the stuff that's up there as far as the hydrangeas and the greenery, and then I'll put lemons where the carrots are, but I'm trying to think what I would put where the big carrots are. Would I put big flowers there and maybe a lemon pitcher or a bee pitcher where the carrot patch pitcher is? Oh, Tammy, you're so sweet. Hi, Gloria. What time are you going live? I can't tell what that says. I'm going live. We'll be sharing my bunnies and more. Going live at... All you have is 45 there. I don't see the... Thanks, Robin. Well, I hope everybody's doing good. I did my... Well, I filmed, video taped, whatever you want to call it, for my home tour. And so I got to put that up for Friday, hopefully. So I have to edit everything either tonight or tomorrow when I get home from work. Can you believe it's already Thursday again? And I'm going into work. Oh, Lord, help me. 10:45. So I don't know. And then our patio cover, Mark's going to take off because it's real wood and it's rotting and he doesn't want to put another one up. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Do you know that my kitchen in that area faces the afternoon sun? So I'm going to try to stop that as long as I can. Oh, that'll be fun. When I get off here, I'll go look, Gloria. Did you go shop? Did you go shopping, or is it something that you're showing like for your home tour? I haven't done a collab home tour for years. Remember how I used to do those, Gloria? All the time? Hi, Cece. Yeah, yeah, they're big carrots, all right. They're probably about, with the stem and all, I want to say, I think they were 13 or 14 inches. Oh, you did DIYs, Gloria? Yeah, you miss them? I got to start doing that again on some of my crafts, do collaboration and the home tours. You remember that, Robin? You got a couple bottle brush. Oh, how cute. You know what? I think I saw those, Cece. Where did I see those? And I thought they were so cute. Well, actually, if you have green, the typical green, you could probably dye them. I wouldn't see why not. Target. Yeah, maybe the 4th. Do you realize after Easter, you guys, anyone that does a channel and does DIYs and home tours, the next big thing is the 4th of July, you guys. And then after that, you know what it is. I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is. Oh, okay, Gloria. I'll keep you in the loop. So how's everybody's weather? Today has been really nice here. It's only been in the probably 68, 69 degrees today. Yep, Christmas in July. That's right, Robin. That's exactly what it'll be. Oh, I bet they're cute, Gloria. I turned off the dryer. I had the dryer going. I didn't want you guys to hear it again. You're having rain again, Robin? Oh, okay. They're from the Dollar Tree. How cute. You're drowning down there. Yeah, what I'm going to do, because like I said, I have a couple things that still are for Easter, but I'm not going to do them because you just don't get enough traffic. And it's a waste to do those DIYs, you know what I mean? So I'm going to pack them up and put them in my box where I have DIYs, from different holidays that I didn't get to. And just put them away because I have one for Christmas that I didn't do at Christmas that I'm going to do for Christmas in July. So that's the way that works. It snowed. Yes, a couple days ago, Cece. Wow. No, the heat's going to come. I know that. But I'm just enjoying while it's, you know, nice weather and I got my plants planted, my vegetable plants and my herb plants while it was nice weather. Hi, Susan. How are you? How was work today? I listened to music probably almost the whole day while I was doing different things. Do you guys like to listen to music sometimes and it throws you back into a different time? And I can go right back into the time when I hear a song, I can go right back to where I was and just relive the whole time as I'm listening to the song. You've taken your sleeping pills, so don't know if I can watch. Oh, okay. Yep, I was listening to 70s today, Cece. That's exactly what I was listening to, was the 70s. But I go from genre to genre and decade to decade. Like today I listen to 70s. The other day I was listening to oldies, the 50s and 60s. And I don't listen to a bunch of 90s because there's very few songs that I really like at that time. Mine is more the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. But then I'll even go back to, swing like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis. I listen to all those too. Yeah, the 80s were okay. Love big band. Love the big band. My older sister was married when he was a lot older than her at the time, and that was many moons ago. But she was married to, and probably no one will even know who he is unless you looked him up. But she was married to Del Courtney. He was a singer, and he was married to Yvonne King of the King Sisters and Connie Haynes. Before he was married to Connie Haynes, and then he was married to Yvonne King, and then he married my sister. And at the time when she married him, he was the PR of the Oakland Raiders, and that's why she lived in Oakland. But I think she was arm candy for him, if you want the truth, because she was much younger. I know, I do too. Love Glenn Miller. Love all of those. I mean, and like Doris Day that sang with him and Rosemary Clooney. I love all that. I like all kinds of music. I like country, but it isn't my first choice. But there are certain songs I like of country. My youngest daughter likes country, but she likes oldies too. And even now, my granddaughter Everly, she'll get in the car with me and she'll sing oldies, and she's only 6. Yeah, Bob Seger. It was okay, Susan, until Mark told me he's going to take down the patio cover. And then I inwardly went into a, you've got to be kidding me. I love Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton has done some big band songs. I'm just reading back. Bette Midler, yeah, Barbra Streisand. She was on what I was listening to today too. And I like I like Boss Skaggs and Linda Ronstadt. She did big band. She had a gorgeous voice. And then of course I love Karen Carpenter. But I used to see Karen Carpenter a lot where I lived when I was growing up. Well, not growing up. I mean, I had kids, but when I was young. Because I lived in Lakewood, and Downey was right next to Lakewood. And her mom and dad lived in the same house that they bought. I believe they were from Connecticut. I think it was back east. And then they moved out to California. And when they moved out to California, they moved to Downey. And a couple of my girlfriends went to high school with her. And they remember her being in the marching band. And then I used to see them around town in the malls. Her and her mom would go shopping together. And that's who I always saw her with, except one time I saw her with Richard and her dad and her mom. and they were going to Red Robin at the Cerritos Mall in Cerritos. But she was very little, short, and very tiny. And you could tell she did not want people. You know how you can kind of read if you've ever been around, someone that's famous or whatever? You can kind of read when they don't want you to come up to them. And you just got that aura about her. It was like, I can't explain it, but you knew not to. So I never did. But yeah, she would go. I saw her one time at a stationery store. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if she was getting stationery for when she got married. Remember when she got married? I can't remember his name, but it didn't last long. Because they used to do a lot of wedding invitations, now that I think back on that. Never even thought about that exactly until just now. But maybe that's what she was in there for. I don't know. But she had a beautiful voice. Hi, Janie B. You like the s'mores? Oh, good, I'm glad. I love Grease too. I love that whole soundtrack. Olivia Newton-John, she's good too. Yeah, Susan, 6 years old, and she'll get in there and she's singing all those oldies. The one I like from him too, Eric Clapton. I like both versions of Layla, the fast one and the slow one. I like them all. I think there's something in all 70s music and the early 80s, well, mid 80s for me, I guess. Well, there's a little bit through the 80s that I liked, but the majority would be the 70s, 60s, and I like the 50s. And it's funny how you see how they change, Yeah, Leonard Skinner, he's good too. You want to make some s'mores? Oh, they're so easy. I love Frankie Valli. Love Frankie Valli. I love the movie Jersey Boys. Actually, little trivia. Dacia's, okay, where we live. Okay, how do I start? One of the guys that played, I think he played Tommy in Jersey Boys. I think it was Tommy. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive it was Tommy. Well, anyway, he's married now to one of Dacia's friends that they went to high school together. She's a year older than Dacia. And her brother and Dacia went to the winter prom together in their senior year. They were just friends, not boyfriend, girlfriend. And so she moved to New York because her mom was the dance coordinator at the high school for the drama class, and Dacia was in drama. She got her thespian, playing guys and dolls. Well, anyway, when Desi, which is her friend, when Desi moved to New York, she started dancing and, because that was what she wanted to do. Well, anyway, she met her husband, which was the guy that played Tommy in Jersey Boys on Broadway, the first round of them. So that's a little trivia. But yeah, I love Frankie Valli. And and one of my favorites is, oh shoot, wait, I'm trying to think. December in 1963. Oh, what a night. That's one of my favorites. But he was good throughout all the decades. And he was cute too. And I still follow Frankie Avalon. He's on Facebook. So I like Frankie, and I was so sad when Annette died. I used to love the beach uh, movies, and then Elvis Presley. I liked Elvis Presley. I wasn't a huge fan. I did like him though. But my favorite, well, there's two songs that I really liked from him. Was In the Ghetto and Suspicious Minds. And then my favorite movie that he made, and it isn't a real popular one. It's not like Blue Hawaii or any of those, but was Kissin' Cousins. That was my favorite movie that he made. But he was good looking in his day. And I remember the concert that he did on TV on CBS in I think it was it was either 68 or 69. And he had on, remember, he had on the black leather, and the audience was all around him. That was a good one. Hi Denise, how are you? Hope you're doing good. And then of course I like Motown. I remember I loved Dionne Warwick. I loved the Supremes, the Temptations, the Four Tops. Who else? Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. Oh, there's more. The Ronettes. I like all of them. Did you do anything fun today, Danielle? I mean, Denise, I'm sorry. When you were an early teen, best friend moved to Palm Springs, and she lived next door to the Colonel, Elvis' manager. She says she got to briefly speak to Elvis on the phone. Oh, really? Oh, how exciting for her. Oh, thanks, Denise. I appreciate that. If you think anyone would like them, you know anyone that likes crafts, feel free to share them. I'm glad that you've been watching them and that you like them. I had a glitch in my computer. It took a tank, so it put me back a good week. So that's why I couldn't get all the things I wanted to get done for Easter. But, oh well. And then my home tour, I'll put that up. I want to get that up for Friday, because a lot of people aren't going to be around probably for Easter, you know. And I'm going to go to my daughter's on Easter Sunday. So I'll be there. And then Saturday I have to work. And I can't imagine that we're going to be very busy on the day before Easter. I just can't imagine. Oh, that's good, Denise. I'm glad. Yep, if I can just inspire, then I've done my job. Hi, Jellybean Nurse. Oh no, you have a virus? What is it? Okay, Cece, you go make your dinner and happy Easter, sweetie. Do you think it's COVID, Jellybean? I hope not. I have a lot of ideas that I want to do for summer as far as DIYs. Well, actually, there's a few big things I want to do as far as furniture. I need to paint some furniture and put a few things together. So I have to do that. And then I have to, I've got big splotches in my backyard where the grass has completely just left. I don't know how, but it did. And it's just dirt, and I hate it. So I saw on a commercial, I think is it Smith's grass seed? Starts with an S. I think it's Smith's. Anyway, it says it's a one shot thing. You just put the grass seed in there. Apparently, it has everything in the grass seed. So I'm surmising it's got the nutrients, the manure, whatever it needs to help it, get growing. Because it just says all you need is in that bag. So I'm just thinking, so what do I do? Do I just poke holes in the dirt and wet the dirt and then put the grass seed in and hope to goodness it grows? Because I can't stand the way it looks. So what do you think, Jelly Beans? Do you think you have, you know what, the big C? I follow Carney Wilson, and I also follow China. And Carney has uh, the virus right now, COVID, but she's getting better. But she sounded pretty bad for a couple days there. But they just went on a little tiny, I wouldn't even call it a tour. It was just a couple venues. One, let's see, we're both in Florida. I think both places they went were in Florida, now that I'm thinking about it. And then I think they have one in LA somewhere. I wonder how Val's doing. I haven't seen her. Auntie Cuckoo, are you here? Auntie Cuckoo, Auntie Cuckoo, Auntie Cuckoo. If she's here, she'll pop on, because if you say it, she shows. Tested positive. You tested positive a couple. I tested positive for COVID, but I had COVID a few months ago. So could still be testing positive from that. Can't test positive for up to 90 days. So not sure if it's a new infection. Do you feel awful? Well, that's awful. So like headache and chest hurting, and well, I'll say a prayer for you. Your message won't show up because I'm seeing everything you put, Robin. I saw you say bye, Cece. So I don't know. So yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do on this fireplace now, because I do like the big plaque and the carrots, but I don't, the mantle part, the flowers, I'm going to keep that the same because that's springy and summery enough. I'll just take out the carrots and I'll put lemons in and maybe some bee, because I have to give you something to look at. Your son bought the house I live in. Okay, my son bought the house I live in. We were making payments when my husband passed. He said for me not to pay anymore. Oh my gosh, Robin. How sweet of your son. My gosh. That is so wonderful. And then yesterday, my daughter-in-law sent my daughter. She sent your daughter what? Now, does your daughter live with you, Robin? Message telling her I need to get out. What? Did you call your son? That's awful. Headache, body ache, nasal congestion, slight cough. But I'll feel better, thank you. Bunny's picked up some of the Chanel. Oh, I'm so glad, Jelly Bean. Go lay down and rest. But I'll be praying for you. Robin, that's awful. You need to call your son. Who is she to tell you to move out? Oh, I don't care if she does the finances or not. You need to talk to your son. How dare she? Does she wear the pants in the family? Hi, Mike, how are you? How was work? I hope work was okay. Friday's Good Friday, Mike. Easter Sunday's coming up. Well, have you talked to your son, Robin? You need to talk to your son. Oh my gosh, that's. Oh man. Did you like the cake, Mike? Oh, good. That's terrible, Robin. I mean, just tell. Where does she expect you to go? Does she want you to move in with her? I mean, not that you would. That's terrible. Man, I just can't imagine somebody can't imagine somebody doing that. So you think she's relaying a message that your son, so you're thinking your son wants you to move out, but he's leaving it up to her to tell you this? But where do they expect you to live? I mean, if he got the house, they're going to take the money from that. And what are you supposed to do? Oh, that's awful. That's terrible. Oh, thanks, Denise. You heard me. I'm trying to think what to do next so you guys have something to look at. Not sure yet. I got to think about this one. It's not bringing in rent money, so she wants to sell. But he told you not to pay. Thank you. I'll be listening, resting, and when I feel better, I'll be making a couple of those precious vintage bunnies. Cutest things ever. Love them. Oh, thank you, Jelly Bean. Thank you so much. Love you. Be careful now. He didn't tell her that I didn't have to pay. Well, I guess maybe he should have. That's not fair to you. I mean, he doesn't tell her what he told you, but that's not your fault. Well, if they sell it, are they going to give you money to help you out? So they're not going to help you at all. Have you talked to your daughter? Are your daughter and your son close? Have you talked to your daughter about it, Robin? When do they want you out? I just can't imagine doing that to somebody. How was work, Mike? He told both of them? What did they say to him when he said that? Do they like his wife? Well, you know why they're selling. They want to get it before the market drops. They want to get as much as they can. Do you think the other two siblings got irritated with him? Oh, okay, it's actually my stepson, but I raised him. and she changed him 180 degrees. Oh, great. Well, would you like to move with your daughter? Yeah, I figured they didn't. She sounds like she's a piece of work. What do you guys, is anyone doing anything for Easter? Oh, well, then you know what, Robin? It may be the best thing ever that you do leave there and go with your daughter. Hi, Annie. Hey, Annie, you have the same birthday as my son, April 11th. Happy birthday. I'm doing good, Annie. How are you? I will. I think so too, Mike. I think it might be a blessing in disguise. Oh, good. You'll be with your daughter and the grandkids. Good, Jeannie. Yeah, I saw it that you met her. That's wonderful. She lost her husband. What? Has it been a year yet? Annie, do both of your sons live close to you? I know your one son still lives with you, but the other one, does he still live close? You bought a steak to make myself. You go, girl. You make that steak. I'll go, like I said, I'll go to Dacia's and I'll see Everly in London. Yes, she lost him a year ago. In her discussion with 800 women who came to the benefit was how women have to recreate themselves after loss. Did you see that, Robin? Mike's coming over for some steak. Oh, that sounds interesting. Does she seem like she's doing okay? I mean, from what it looks like, Annie? Because as women, we generally live our lives for the people that we love around us. But when tragedy strikes, how women have, when tragedy strikes, wait, I lost my place. How women have to take the time to have a resurgence of who they are. That's true. Whether it's with their careers, their hobbies, talked about how women had to take time for themselves. Ethan lives about an hour away in Boca Raton. We try to see each other at least once a month. Oh, good. That sounds like that was an interesting luncheon. Yeah, but that's true, you know. That's why when Tanya passed, I just threw myself into my YouTube channel and did my, you know, really started going at my crafts and stuff. I mean, I had my channel before that, but that's when I really, because it's the only thing I had, you know. I mean, to keep my mind going a little bit, at least for an hour or so. Yep, I like to pan fry my steaks too. That it's good with butter and salt and pepper. But I like horseradish. She was gracious and kind and generous, very sweet. She's using her music to deal with the loss. They were together for many years. Did she write a book on this, Annie? Or is she just going on a speaking tour? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, Robin. Sometimes I'll put soy sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, and put it into a Ziploc. But sometimes I don't. It just depends. But I do like pan frying them. What am I making for Easter? You mean for to eat? I'm not because I'm going to Mike. I'm going to my daughter's house, and it'll be whatever she makes because she has celiac real bad, and I mean real bad, and she got down to 87 pounds because until they found out exactly what was wrong, wrong with her, it was awful. But anyway, she is more limited in what she can eat. She can't have any gluten whatsoever. And certain other foods will trigger her also. So she might make spaghetti, but she makes it a certain way and she uses gluten free noodles. And then again, she might make, I don't know, whatever she decides to make is what I'll have. But in the past, a lot of times my kids would want me to make lasagna. And so I used to make lasagna or I'd make stuffed shells with a salad and, you know, bread, and then have carrot cake or a chocolate pie or lemon pie for dessert. So yeah, I won't be cooking this Easter. But now she's got it kind of under control, thank God. That was a nightmare. Oh, it was so terrible. And then she also, with that, you know, she can't have regular dairy, you know? So any milk, any, but you know what? There is one thing that she can, and that's she does eat a little cheese, and that's dairy. You know what kind she eats? I think she eats feta cheese. That's right. She has feta. And yeah, she has her own little way of cooking things. And she's so afraid to eat out because even if they say that, it's gluten free or whatever, she's so afraid of cross contamination. I mean, because she had it so bad that if, say that I was making something and I touched something that had gluten or whatever, and then would put, start cooking something else. And if I touched anything that had it, it was to where even cross contamination would get her. I mean, she's extremely, extremely bad with the celiac. So yeah, it was pretty bad there for a while. She moved to Miami. She wanted to get involved in community support and philanthropic events. Oh yeah, Mike, sometimes we would get the hams from Honey Baked Ham. I don't know if they have Honey Baked Ham where everyone is, but we did get those sometimes. We'd get Honey Baked Ham. It just depended on what everyone wanted. Because I like the sweet, and I like it to be really kind of thin. Oh, she does. She worries big time, Mike, big time, because the pain that she went through. And it isn't just like, how sometimes we'll eat something, and anyone that has celiac will be able to identify with this, but how, say that we eat something and it doesn't set right. Well, usually, you might be uncomfortable maybe for the evening. Hers would last a couple days where she'd be in dire pain. And her son with autism, I mean, those two did not mix. You just don't, go to bed and think, okay, I'll be better soon. I mean, yeah, it's a whole different world. Good night, Annie. I enjoyed seeing your pictures today. Annie's a very sweet person. Yeah, I love that sweet part on the outside, especially if it's crunchy from the brown sugar and all that. Now I'm getting hungry for ham. Thanks, Mike. Um, now I can see it. I'm going to be hunting around for the honey baked ham. And it's good leftovers. She does, Mike. She has a lot. And she's always so gracious about everything. That's the kicker. She's always very sweet. And people wouldn't know all she goes through because she tries to always be upbeat, Yeah, but poor little thing. And she's tiny, very tiny. She's like 5'6". I mean, that's not that tiny as far as height, but she's very, very tiny boned. And when she got down to 87 pounds, they almost put her in the hospital. They said, if you lose any more, we're going to have to put you in because, she wasn't getting any nutrients. And she started going to like a naturalist and a dietitian. And she helped her tremendously. Tremendously. It was because of her Daisha got on the right diet. Oh, really, it's not a diet. I shouldn't even say diet. It's her new way of eating, just her new way of eating, I should say. And I'll tell you what, now she's 105 pounds and looks good, looks real good. And so thank God for that woman that helped her. And she takes a lot of supplements, you know, different vitamins and all. Yeah, she's still small. Well, you guys have probably seen her when you look at, well, I don't know where you would have seen her. She's more on my Facebook. If you are on my Facebook, I post a lot with the kids on that. But Everly, her daughter, has a YouTube channel, my little granddaughter. And I think Daisha's been in a couple, has she been in a couple of those? Gosh. Yes, she was in when Everly did Wizard of Oz on her YouTube channel. I think she was on there. Beautiful girl. I mean, she's very pretty woman. But she's had her share of heartache, I'll tell you. Yes, I was so thankful for that therapist. Yep, she's doing a lot better. So whatever she decides to cook is fine with me. And she likes to cook it herself because she knows she's so paranoid. My other daughter-in-law, she has, I don't think she has celiac, she has Hashimoto's and something else. Well, anyway, she's a real investigator, that one. And so she investigated everything. So when there's a big family function, when Erin cooks, Daisha feels safe with that because she knows Erin's gone through it to some degree, you know? And she's studied up on it so much. So Daisha always is like, okay, you know, I always go, thanks, Daisha. She goes, Mom, it's no offense, but, you know, because I don't know a lot of how to cook for that. I mean, I don't. So I get it. So she's just fine cooking whatever she cooks, and that's just fine with me. And then tomorrow I go into work. I can't even believe it's already almost going to be Thursday again, you guys. I mean, how fast does this time go? But I go in tomorrow. I don't have to be there till 3 though, so that's good. They cut hours because people aren't buying a lot, you guys. And that's okay. That's fine with me. Just 3 o'clock to closing. Thank you very much. Sometimes I don't mind that, you know. And then I open on Saturday. So that's good. So that's what's going on with me. Me too, Mike. You're going to Hobby Lobby tomorrow, Robin? Cool. You guys, if you haven't gone on to Everly's, I don't know how many. I know Annie from Indiana that was just here. She's gone over to Everly's and she subscribed. But if you just want to be entertained and you just like to watch little kids, I'm telling you, that kid is so talented, it's crazy. She started her YouTube channel when she was 3, okay? And her first video, hold on, I gotta turn this off. Her first video was Pinocchio that she did. You wouldn't believe it. The way she can memorize and the way it's crazy. And she's 6 now. And yeah, it's just crazy. really cute. So if you ever feel like watching it, you'd get a kick out of it, especially if you like little kids. You know, watching them, I mean. I used to love to watch, uh, you know what, oh shoot. I think it was Kids Say the Darndest Things, where, you know, the adult talks to the kids. I'd cry, I'd laugh so hard sometimes at that, because they're so honest about stuff. Her channel is wait, I can't remember my own granddaughter's. God, wait a minute. Happy Everly After Stories. I can't get her channel. You know what I'll do is after I'm done here, I'll go over and I'll put her channel in the description box below. And then you can just click on it if you want to see it. Happy Everly After. Happy Everly After Stories. Because they have her name in it. Happy Everly After Stories. But I'll put it in the description box, so just look and then you can click onto it. Because I don't think I can go from a live to go get it and bring it back. So anyway, well, I guess I'll get off, and I gotta fold clothes and then get ready for work in the morning. But if I don't talk to you guys, I'll probably come on before Easter. But if I don't, for whatever reason, have a wonderful Easter and stay safe. Have a great rest of the night. Oh, you have, Mike? You've seen him? Yeah, thank you. But yeah, so anyway, guys, remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that there's only one you, and each of you brings something to this world nobody else can. Love you all. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I love you. Good night.